Now, Musashi fought with two swords, a longer sword and a short sword. That was kind of his trademark, and I think he's credited with creating that form of fighting. And some other samurai carried two swords, like a primary and a secondary, but he used two swords simultaneously, which is pretty legit.
Yeah.
So, back to the book. The real thing is to practice the science wielding both swords, the long sword in one hand and the short sword in the other. When your life is on the line, you want to make use of all your tools. No warrior should be willing to die with his swords at his side without having made use of his tools. However, when you hold something with both hands, you cannot wield it freely, both right and left. My purpose is to get you used to wielding the long sword with one hand. So know your tools, practice with them. Here we go. The long sword seems heavy and unwieldy to everyone at first, but everything is like that when you first take it up. A bow is hard to draw. A halberd is hard to swing. In any case, when you become accustomed to each weapon, you become stronger at the bow, and you acquire the ability to wield the long sword. So when you attain the power of the way, it becomes easy to handle. What's that saying? It's saying practice. And it's also saying the same thing that one Uncle Jake told young Mark, hey, you're not going to be good at this at first. Of course you can't do pull-ups. You haven't practiced them. Of course you don't know your times tables. You haven't practiced them. And it's the same thing in any job that you're in. You have to practice it. You're not just born programmed. You have to program your own mind. Work you have to do. Back to the book. In my individual school, one can win with the long sword and one can win with the short sword as well. For this reason, the precise size of the long sword is not fixed. The way of my school is the spirit of gaining victory by any means. And what I like about this, and he talks about this more, and I don't know how much of I hit, but he's got an open mind. Even though he's very direct about what he knows works, he's also saying, hey, look, the sword, I'm not worried about the length of the sword. I'm worried about what works and winning and achieving victory by any means necessary. That's an open mind.